I have to say that over the last year or two, certainly since I've been in Tulsa, my views of and my focus and my themes are shifting. Now I feel like we're living in a time where I would be remiss to not speak in some form of fashion towards what's happening in our country as it regards race, as it regards gender, as it regards identity and perceptions of people. But I do it in such a way with the colors and my approach that I hope that it speaks to everyone. And it's harder to do. But typically my experience has been the really tough pieces to work on end up being the most evocative and powerful work. The works that I've done within the last year have been this series I call the Barbershop Phrenology. These are 2 of a series of 5 of these works that I've produced that were birthed out of this idea of the barbershop. And the barbershop as a iconic space within African American culture. You know, the beauty of the barbershop historically for Black folks, Black men, was it was a place where you could get away from the constrictive gaze of white people. So if you look carefully at this piece here, in some of the figures they have this kind of Picasso-inspired double face, which speaks to W.E.B. Du Bois's comment about double consciousness. There's the face that we project to the world, and then there's the face that we project to the safer world of community or family. You know, there was a time where, you know, your life depended on being quiet, being submissive, being deferential, especially. Not bold, black, and beautiful. That could get you killed historically in this country. But in the Black barbershop, you could be expressive. You could be who you were. You could say what you want to say. You could argue points. You could discuss things. I have a piece that I have been working on for like the last 2-3 months that jumps off from the male figures in the barbershop and thinking about Black males in American culture and that relationship between Black men and sports. But this piece here, I started off with taking images from those Black hairstyle posters and just replicating those, printing those out. The entire background is made up of a grid of these profiles of Black men who are featuring these different hairstyles. And each one of these men featured in here is aspiring to be in the NBA. It's heartbreaking for me to talk to Black boys, and when I ask them, what are you looking at doing? What do you see yourself doing? They all want to go to the NBA. Well, we all know the likelihood of that happening. You're more likely to blow up and be something really going into STEM than you are in being an athlete. So I like to encourage that. And that's what I'm doing with this particular piece, which is my newest piece. And it's not exactly my older work. It's a little harder. It's a little more political. Get you to asking some questions and looking at some things beyond, oh, it's pretty. And I'm fine with it being pretty and beautiful. We need beauty in this ugly world. But oftentimes, beauty doesn't stay with you. It can be kind of like cotton candy. It's really good going down, but it didn't really stay with you very long. Typically work that is more challenging, that you may not even like when you first see it, that's the work that tends to stay with you after you walk away.